Hey guys, how's it going? It is the end of the day, and it is time for me to do some cleanup in the garden. um, I need to do a lot of fall cleanup. We've had storm after storm after storm here, and our 10 day is looking pretty good, but I don't trust it because it changes day to day here, and that doesn't actually mean anything. We have one day that I think that says 80 degrees. We have one day that says 78 degrees. It said 80 the other day when I checked it. But then we also have a couple days on our forecast of rain, some days in the 70s, some days in the 60s. Weather is kind of all over the place here right now. And so I am going to do some fall cleanup before any more storms come. Because if storms come, plants just start to turn mushy because it is getting... I don't want to say it's getting cold here because it's not getting cold here. It is getting cold here for us, for me. And so I would like to take care of that. I spent all morning, I was freezing today under a heated blanket. Yeah, I was so cold. I don't know how some of you guys live in really cold climates. Couldn't do it. Let me grab my Felcos and then I will show you guys what I would like to get cleaned up today. And it's really nice because I've had this fan on non-stop, but now that it's cold in here, or cooler, I haven't needed to turn it on. My goal is in the next 2 weeks to start working on the plaster on the inside of here, because then once the plaster is done, then I can do the tile on the floor. So hopefully in 3-ish weeks I will have started on the flooring. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm here for these guys. The Felco 5s are kind of still my favorite. I really like these guys. Oh, I forgot I changed the blade on these and they're a little bit snug. Let me loosen this up. I have the tools in here. There is a jumping spider living in here, and I guess they're really, really friendly. Look at him. He's kind of cute. He has a little orange butt. There he goes. I guess they're really cute little spiders. I don't know. I don't collect them. But I do have tools somewhere in here, I thought. Does that fit on there? That does not fit on there. Okay, I'm gonna have to just grab different pruners then. The Felco 5s are my favorite. I did tighten these a little bit too much. I'm gonna relock these so they don't pop out. But for now, I will go with the Felco 2s. These guys are also really great. I really like my 5s for some reason. They just are always great, except I tighten that blade a little too much. A lot of people in the fall time will do chop and drop, where you chop it and then you just drop it and you let it just do its thing. I don't do that. We don't get cold enough here. We don't get enough snow here. We don't get any snow here. We don't get wet enough here for these things to fully disintegrate by next springtime. Our winters are really, really short here. Usually I am planting no later than... I like to start planting. Honestly, I plant all winter long. Winter is a really good time for me to start planting in my garden. Things do pretty well here. And then some things that are slightly cold tolerant, I'll plant those out pretty early. So there's just not enough time for things to completely break down. That's the word I was looking for, before winter time gets here. So I'm going to cut them, dispose of them, and start fresh next year. So let me show you guys what all I have to do today. So this bed right here, you can see the fountain blew over in a rainstorm. I should probably fix that. I'm not going to. It keeps getting caught in the willow tree, so I'm going to move it, actually, is what I'm going to do. I keep having to come in here and trim up all of the willow branches because these branches wrap around it and then it yanks it off. It's not even the wind doing it. It's literally the willow branches yanking this thing. So I do need to move that, and I think I'm going to put it over on that side of the property, somewhere in that bed. I think that'll be really, really nice. It just keeps getting pulled by the tree. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this video. Gomphrena is coming out today. It's on its last little leg, so we're going to pull that. I've got petunias down here. You can see, they're turning black. We've had some cold nights, so those guys are totally done. And then I've got some petunias over there, the Gomphrena over there, petunias over there, and we're just gonna start working on our way through. I would also really, really, really like to clean up this willow tree. You can't even see right here. This should all be cut. Yeah, I really, really need to take care of that. We'll see how today goes. I would actually really like to get a new pair of loppers. I would like to get some really big ones that are really nice. The ones that I have, we've had for probably 10 years now. And I got them from a yard sale for I think $3 or something like that. It was less than $5 is what I got them for. They've been great, but they're really uncomfortable to hold. They work fabulously, but they're not comfortable to hold, which makes doing a lot of trimming, like especially on the willow, which is a big project, it makes your arms hurt. I don't know. Maybe that's all loppers. My experience with the ones that I have is not great. Whatever. Let's get to work. Well, I did my cleanup. Here is my pile, and it is not a small pile by any means. Most things were done. Most things were tired. It's the end of the season. They did their job, and they did it beautifully. I did leave the 3 gomphrenas in the ground. I think what I might try doing is digging up the smaller of the 3, which was that one right there, and I cut it really hard back. I might dig it up and put it in a container and see if I can winter it over. Why not, right? Look at the stems on the hibiscus. They are huge. I do think I'm going to move that. There's a frog. Oh my gosh. There is a literal frog. I'm in heaven. That is so cute. I've never seen a frog in our garden. I've only ever found toads. So that is so exciting. And now I feel guilty because I also found a really big alligator lizard in here. And so I know I just removed the alligator lizard's home, and now I've removed that little frog's house. Oh my goodness, poor guy. Okay, anyways, I think I have to go show Brent this frog. He needs to see the frog. He's gonna want to see it. I don't know where he is. The frog is still there. Anyways, I'm gonna try to winter over that gomphrena inside. I cannot believe how much real estate gompphrenas and the petunias took up. The petunias had basically disappeared. They'd been shaded out by the salvia and by the gomphrenae. And then I totally forgot, but I had 2 bee balm in here. So I'm gonna have to dig those up, and I'm gonna move those somewhere else. By next year, this is gonna be way too much shade for those. So that one and that one, I'll dig those up this winter time and transplant those somewhere else. Gomphrenae, I'll probably do gomphrenae in this bed again because that was just really beautiful. But I will not plant them as close. I'll probably plant them in a straight line in the middle of the bed so I can plant petunias or something like that in the front. I might even do some patience. I think some patience would be really pretty. The salvia, I did have some issues with salvia this year, which I've never had. It just really kept getting attacked. I also think maybe these ones just got a little too much shade. So I will probably end up moving those this year, or this winter time. I'm gonna just wait till a frost takes off the tops of those. It feels so nice to get everything cleaned up though. So basically this whole bed I will have a fresh start, which is kind of exciting, because this is my first year having any of these beds here, and so it's kind of been a really cool learning curve to see what's going on here. Well, I grabbed the loppers and went to town on the willow tree, which it needed very, very badly. So it's a little bowl cutty. I wasn't as precise as I like to be. I usually like to leave a couple pieces draping down, so you can see there are still some, but it is very heavy up top. Usually I'm much more meticulous about it and thoughtful about what I do and don't do. What I would like to do this winter time is I will come in here and every branch that's in here inside, all of this is going to get cut out. So anything that's putting foliar growth inside the willow is going to come out. So all of this, so that way the willow tree just kind of has like an outer edge instead of having branches literally right up against the trunk. This all has to go. It makes it so you can't enjoy this bed. There's too many branches in here. There's too many branches where I would like a table. So my goal is to get it so that the branches, hello Brent, are outside. And then this kind of creates like a little hidden room in here. That's the ultimate goal with, I think, most willow trees, is to be able to go inside of them. But when they get so dense like this, it just makes it really hard. So all of that inner branching is going to get cut out, pulled away. I will do that this winter time when there's no leaves on it. I think that is going to be a bit easier to manage when there's no leaves on it. Then I can actually see what branches I am cutting versus not cutting. There's also some really weird ones. You can't even see it on camera, but there's ones that are coming down, up, and then back down. So they're doing some really weird things. So I want to get those removed also. And then this winter we will remove the really big arching one, which it's beautiful, like when they cascade right in front of the greenhouse, but it is kind of a liability having it hang over the greenhouse a little bit, and it's coming out at a really straight angle, and I don't like that. The branches should come up and then they should weep down. It's attached here, and so this comes out pretty straight, so I don't see that being the strongest branch. So I would like to just get on removing that before it becomes an issue and before it actually ends up falling on the greenhouse, because that would be not good. We don't want that to happen. And then you can see how far out all of the plants where they came out about here, and so it made our walkway pretty small. So it's really nice to kind of regain some of the walkway. I would like things that spill down, but just a little bit, and maybe some things come out a little further, but not all of the planting come out. And same thing over on this side, it actually came out all the way to right there. We lost a lot of space in there. So now that the branches are cut back, the gomphrena is cut back, We have this space back, which is really, really nice. I would like to, this wintertime, have some friends over and like we have a dining table that I would like to just bring out here and have some friends and have dinner out here, have the fire, have food inside the greenhouse. It's kind of that's one of my goals this winter, is to be able to like have some friends over. So now we got to clean up all of this. I don't plan on saving any of it. I feel like I should, but I mean, I do kind of have an endless supply of willow branching, and usually if I'm going to save it, I kind of want to use it immediately, but I don't want to do that today. So we are going to get this cleaned up really quickly. This is a lot of willow branches, and it's got to just go in the yard waste. That's all we're doing with it. It just goes in our yard waste, and then our local trash company comes and takes it. We do have 2 grain waste bins. That's one question that we get asked all the time. Yeah, we've got 2 of them. We fill them up all the time. Our yard waste company is really nice because they're like, yeah, if you want 2 of them, you can have 2 of them for free. If you want a third one, you have to pay for it. We don't even have room for a third one. We have 4 trash cans, 2 green waste, 1 recycle, and 1 for just garbage. So we don't have room for a 5th trash can, nor do I want a 5th trash can here. But let's get this cleaned up. As much of it's going to go in the green waste bins as possible. Willow tree is all cleaned up. See how much space we gained back? You can see all of the dark. That's how far out plants had gone. We really lost a lot of space. So this taught me a lot. What I can plant close, what I can't plant close. Petunias, I'm going to give them a little bit of extra room next year. So I think this year I'd planted them right up against the edge. I'm going to go back just a little bit for next year. If I do petunias, I think I'm going to do sun patiens though. I think. We're going to see. We're going to do some research over the winter what I would like to do for annuals, but I would really like to make sure that I can keep this space clear, and so I can get it so the willow just puts a wall here, and then I could still have a table in here, and if I needed to limb up just a little bit, I could limb up a little bit, but I want all of this in here to not have any branching. So you'll still have the willow effect, but then it'll be like hollow in the middle. I mean, this looks like I'm creating a window right here. These branches will also hang down. It'll basically be a curtain of willow branches, but then you'll be able to walk inside of it and have an area that you can sit down, relax, rest, whatever it may be. That won't rip my fountain off the fountain base. But I need to deal with that. Like I said, not happening today. That is going to, we're going to try to see if we can get power over here somehow. We have lights over here, but the lights that we have over here, they are plugged in behind, like all the way over there, but we just ran a cord behind the aviary right there, and so there's not actually an outlet over here. If we were smart, we're not. What we would have done is, we have an outlet right here. We would have just trenched over and ran electrical and done an outlet right on that side. You live, you learn. Life is something. And so we're going to try to figure out maybe an extension cord or something like that, run it from the shed back there and run an extension cord, which really wouldn't be hard. It's not like we have anything digging over there, so we could just run an extension cord, tuck it in, put the fountain right here. I think the fountain over here would be really nice, really beautiful. It would give some height, I feel like, some movement, some sound of water, something. I struggle with this bed. I hate this bed. I don't know why I struggle with it. On a cool note though, look at my tomatoes are coming along. It's not funny. Tomatoes do best for us in springtime and in like late fall. They do terrible for us in the summertime. Tomatoes tend to slow down production because it gets too hot. If it gets too cold, they slow down. If it gets too hot, they slow down. Fall is kind of a really good time for us for tomatoes. really weird. I don't know why. I've never had a great year with tomatoes until I started doing things in the fall time. The ground is mushy right here, meaning I have somebody go for a mole digging right there. Oh yeah, mushy ground, great. We're still dealing with gophers, moles, voles, friends that I don't enjoy having in my garden. Tomatoes do best this time of year. Tomorrow, the plan will be even more fall cleanup. Look at Brent just mowed the grass. It always looks so good after he mows. Tomorrow will be more fall cleanup, which will be removing gomphrena, petunias, taking care of this bed. It's nice because I mostly took care of this bed, minus those petunias and some other petunias I left. Yeah, some purple ones that are over that way that you can't really see. He's still doing some cleanup. He's trying to hide. You can say hi. I think that is going to be it for this video. A little bit of cleanup. Actually, it was a lot of bit of cleanup. The willow tree looks better. I can see the greenhouse from all over the garden now, which makes me very, very happy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. See how you can see the greenhouse. We will see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye, guys.